Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon. Hey guys, it's Vanguard back on Cardfight Vanguard Dear Days video. So we're gonna do to like, comment, subscribe, and let's watch out, shall we? And the last one we ended up doing is we ended up beating Yuki's story by beating Kanji, and now we have a choice for story where we could either go start okay, well first up we get 10,000 VP for just completing Yuki's story, but now we can go to story and we can actually choose who we want to play as. Yeah, or Academy. Oh, is it gonna wait? Okay, it's gonna do this shit. Okay, so let me quickly just skip this, because that is... Yeah, because the thing is, this was Yuki's story. Jesus Christ, Yuki's story has so much I just realized Yuki's story goes too much. Okay, anyways, you get Kanji's thing by beating him. That's the same story as it does at the start of the game. And then we have Rasen Ichidoshi's story unlocked. I always forget Rasen has the same last name as Yuki. But now we can go to... character select? Question mark? Hey, yeah, so now we can pick story. So we know that's Toy, we know that's Donji. I think we unlock one of them by completing these two first. But because, let's just go in order, we'll take on Rasen. One day as Rasen fights at Osen, like usual, his sister Yuki Ichidoshi appears. Another story that takes place during Setsuka's revival. So, we're now playing as Rasen, which is great. And we start off in the same place. Now I'm going to try to run through this with Rasen's deck for the most part, like I did with Yuki's during the final run of the game. But I am going to try to use up these last few Lyrical Monasterio decks because I do want to show them all off. So we already showed off Kairi and Duo, and just because... I'm also doing this now because in some off-camera matches that I did try with Story, the AI just kept sacking to the point... Oh, I forgot I stopped Trigger Sack. Fuck, goddammit, I forgot to take off Trigger Happy. Anyways, ball incoming! Rasen, block it! Huh? Block it, Rasen. What? Ah! Did Rasen get hit? What? Okay, well, that didn't do anything. Dude, what the heck was that? Stop running away from the ball like a coward. But sports really aren't my thing. Okay, well, I guess this might be the fight that... Remember the fight that we had to break up before as Yuki? I think this might be the fight. Do you know how many times you've done that now? Huh? What's this? Your card game? Give it back! Sorry. Why can't you show that kind of enthusiasm during soccer? That was soccer, you guys. I thought it was like dodgeball or something outside. Yo, scaredy cat, you hear me? Stop that. Okay, there's Yuki. Yep. Sis! Yep, I was right. That is the fight that I had to break up. The fight didn't escalate very far. Okay, you know, I understand the other kid's point. You realize that, okay, I'm just gonna fast forward through this because this is the same story as before and I refuse to read it again. So, yeah. I have no idea how far it is, but, I forgot auto doesn't work, but anytime we're gonna have similar story, I'm just gonna do this because I refuse to read it twice. So, something about Rasen possibly having a girlfriend, but in reality he's going to Osen, so just skipping the dialogue on that one. Welcome! Oh, Rasen, you came at the perfect time. Hi, Gosetsu-san. Is something going on? Over here, man. Huh? Oh, hi, Doshi. I'm Doshi Nakano. My name is Rasen Ichidoshi. Doshi's a former protege of mine. He's got his heart set on putting together a team, and he wants you to be a member. Oh, pretty cool. Me? I watched you win that recent shop tournament. Oh, so that's something we never knew about. Rasen actually won a shop tournament. Okay, cool. It'd be reassuring to have a proven champion on the team. I'll do everything I can to make this team unstoppable. Please, join me. Well, fine. Then let's fight. Huh? If you see me as someone to be trusted, I'd appreciate having you on my side. Huh? Okay, let's do it. Okay, here's something I hate though. Why did they make anime? Okay, just for the first fight, I'm gonna use Rasen's actual deck, even though I know Doshi's gonna be using Eugene. Okay, but legitimately though, why give characters like Yu, Donji, and Toya story? Do not get me wrong, I love those characters. Hands down, my favorite characters in Overdress and in Will Dress in general. But my thing is, they're already leaders of the anime. Why would you not give story to like game exclusive characters such as Doshi? Because literally, I know I talked about it during like the final episodes of the main game where Doshi had just been absent from the story for whatever reason. Like, why not give reasons to why Doshi was absent? You know, like give Doshi his story back. Give characters like trying to think of his name. The Kuro, because Kuro honestly proved an interesting story. Give characters like Mika and Tatsuki places over characters like Donji, Yu, and Toya. Now, the reason why I don't mention Masaru is because that would involve you winning, and as we see for Rasen's story, his story overloops with Yuki's. And I don't know if everyone's story overloops with each other, because I never played Yu Yu's story to completion. I just played like part of it, so I don't know if Yu Yu's story ever overlaps with when Yuki shows up, but I know Rasen's story overlaps with Yuki's. So I feel like they could have, you know, made that the case where they just overlap with each other's characters, and it would have been fun, because then you get to see like granted, yeah, you'd be replaced some scenes, but it would allow you to A, not have to write so many lines, but B, just allow you to, I don't know, show off a few more exclusive characters and get more depth story about them. Because I said before, one thing I don't like about video games is how you could, unless there's an anime based off it or the anime with it, there aren't by the way, again, Trigger Happy is on. I'll turn it off after this. I completely forgot to turn it off before. My bad. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say it's a crit, but anyways, what thing I like disliking about video games sometimes is characters aren't nearly as fleshed out because there's not enough time in game to give them character development that they deserve, because you know, you don't want to like bore someone with extra long gameplay just to learn about some side character that isn't even a main character at the end of the day. Like, for example, Doshi. If you were to build character story around Doshi in this game, like I said, Doshi just gets absent-minded at the end of the game to the point where you kind of forget who he is. Literally, I forgot who Doshi was until I was like, I feel like someone's missing, and proceed to remember Eugene because of a joke I literally said on camera, which was, and I quote, "Pegasus, I pledge allegiance to your death." But until then, I didn't remember who the fuck Doshi was. So, you know, I feel like they could have done that instead of make stories for characters like such as Eugene, or not Eugene, for characters such as Yu, Donji, and Toya. But that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the asshole. Someone tell me what your opinion is on that, because I feel like that would have been better, honestly, instead of those guys, because they already have the anime. And can you not sack crits? I might just keep Trigger Happy on, because I remember that when, I don't remember if it's just now Donji starts getting hard, but, or Doshi. Actually, in hindsight, I don't know if the game like auto leveled itself up to better standards, but I feel like it did. Okay, well great, that shuts down this motherfucker, without me having to drop guard power, which is great. So, okay, he's using skills. I know this wasn't in his deck before. Something tells me Doshi might actually be trying, and something tells me I might be in trouble. We'll figure that out though in a hot second. Ditch. Ride. For once precious thing. Roroa. Okay, here we go. We're gonna call Red Lina. We're gonna use Red Lina's skill to CB1 in order to create a Momomoke token. And I'm just gonna say this right now. When this goes up, I haven't seen the new when this goes up, the new Verena would have already came out. But I'm gonna say this now. I have yet to see the new Verena, but I am planning the second it gets revealed on Friday, because I'm on spring break right now, and literally the day this goes up, my spring break ends, or, well, the last day of, well, my official last day of spring break, not counting the weekend, would be the day Yu gets his new Virena. So what I'm planning on doing is, because normally when I'm at school, the premiere of the episode is always up like towards the end of the day, but because I'm a normal person and I don't use my phone in class, that, yeah, believe it or not, I feel like I forgot something of great importance. But anyways, because I don't use my stuff in class, I just have to wait till I get home to watch the thing, which sucks because the first thing I do is check Discord, because I always give the new card to people who want to use it, and I always spoil myself on what the new card is. So if for some reason there was a way for me, or for some reason I didn't know who was going to win, just seeing the new card tells me who's going to win. But this time we know, let's go let that play first. But this time we know for sure that Yu is playing. We know most likely he's going to get Mira as Verena based off the name of the anime episode and based off the reflection you see from Urara when Yu's facing her. And I'm no joking, I'm going to enjoy watching that premiere, because it's going to be one of the few times I ever get to watch the premiere of an episode. Like, I remember, I actually was able to watch episode 1 because I was on a field trip overnight, and on my way back I had watched it, which was fun. Even though I had like shitty Wi-Fi, so I couldn't see it in high quality. But anyways, like, this time for, this time for real, after 9-ish, 12 episodes, I don't remember what episode this is, but like, after at least 9 episodes of not being able to watch a premiere, I'm gonna watch this premiere, enjoy the hell out of it, and the second it's done, go to Discord, grab Mirez, put it into the tabletop, and then fight with it against Leonord for a Saturday video. So for you guys, this would have already happened, but for me, this is my plan, because I want to play Mirez so badly. I know why people say crossover just is bad, and I hate it that people say, like, I know I say it sometimes too, but that's not because it's my opinion. Okay, so even the game still now doesn't use the Randor skill to summon them soul, but it's more on the lines of just because everyone else says it. Like, quite literally, I understand why people say it, because, you know, Nirvana needs a CC, but my thought process, since when the fuck does Nirvana need a CC? Give me 1 second to make sure I PG this the right way, because whenever I'm playing the deck, I don't need a goddamn CC. The CC does nothing for me, but I can see why people want a CC here, and it makes sense. Do I personally 100% agree with it? No, but do I care? Also no, because I know the vast majority of my fan base, or quote-unquote fan base, is, how did I know I was going to draw this? I forgot to call final turn, fuck! I knew I was forgetting something. CB1, nuke that, I guess, make this. Actually, I messed up. I could have done the first play and then done that, but you live and you learn. So, where was I going to start? Oh yeah, I know the vast majority of people that watch me, they don't necessarily go for it from a competitive lens, but they definitely, I don't know why I said they, like, people can't understand this, but, call this, nuke 3, get the numbers, and hopefully this is enough for game. I just dropped my entire soul for this skill, so I really hope this pans out for me. Go, skill. Is it only in the front row that gains the effect? Or is it, I think it might be only the back row that gains the effect. Well, we're about to find out. Call. It's the back row. Yep, it's the back row. So because this gets slightly more numbers, we're gonna call this over here. And I know one of your hand cards is a grade 3, and this is probably game. So 23, 2 Vanguard. No guard? Oh, he PGs it. Oh yeah, because he drove check a PG. That's fair. But I know the vast majority of people that pay attention, they may not be like quote-unquote meta slaves. That's not my terminology. That's other people's terminology, by the way. But they do kind of care about how Bushy does things with certain cards, of how Nirvana doesn't have a CC mainly, which again, I don't care for. Like, if Nirvana gets a CC, I'm not gonna go against it, because I'll enjoy a CC, but I don't have problems playing without it. And I know from a competitive standpoint, that is very different, because, you know, people can damage starve you, shut down your plays, especially when Bar came out, where bars essentially drop all of your CC in one go just to prove a point. So, it's fair, and that's game, unless he pulls a heal. Which he doesn't. Great. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Very fun. Double trigger. So I'm gonna try to use Lyrical Monstera decks next, and the reason why I didn't do it in the end of Yuki's story is because A, I realized I didn't have time to do so with enough players, but also B, because I tried doing them in off-screen matches with Mika mainly, and every time I fucking lost because Mika refuses not sack triggers. You crushed me. I knew you were the real deal. Thank you for fighting me, for the fight. I've always wanted to meet someone like you. I'm such a failure at school. I don't have any friends. Aw, Rasen. Poor Rasen. I was about to say something encouraging, but I was like, nah, fuck that. So, if you'll have me, I would love to join your team. The pleasure's all mine. Yeah, he did ask you, Rasen. Great! Can you come to the Children's Park tomorrow? The Children's Park? Yeah, there's someone I want you to meet. I'm sure he'll jump at the opportunity to fight someone of your caliber. Huh? Of course, I'll be there. See you then. Wow, I can't believe this is happening. I'm so happy for you, Rasen. Gosetsu-san, thank you. And here's where Yuki, yep, this is where Yuki comes in. So, is this a card shop? So, am I just gonna blitz through the rest of the story? Yeah, this is the same story. Oh, okay, it knows that it should just stop outright. Great. So, easy. I have yet to buy the DLC, so I'm just gonna, Can we go? No, we can't switch places yet. Well, I didn't know this would be an option outright. So, Free Fire Guns Gosen, or Gosetsu? Welcome, Rasen! Oh, Gosetsu-san. Hey there. What's the matter? Have a little more confidence. You're the fighter who made it through all that all-star lineup at our tournament. No, that was... What a performance that was! No rear guard, soul, or even hand, only to draw Roll in Persona Ride? Okay, wow, yeah, that is a top deck. You soul blasted with the soul you got by riding and called 3 plant tokens, leading to a stunning victory with plant tokens powered up by the Persona Ride. I can still remember it like it was yesterday. That's not the kind of plan a brand new Vanguard fighter can pull off. You're embarrassing me, Ghost-san. Actually, that kind of is, depending on how new they are, because some people, when they're new, don't know how to do Soul Blast, and then there are people that do know how to Soul Blast. I want to see that again. What? Doing something like that again is true, but I bet you'll show me something even crazier, right? Yeah, it's called, Lyrical Monster. What? But Ghost-san, you're retired. Let's pretend you came here to learn and fight. That'd be hard work. That worked for me. But how could I ever beat you, Ghost-san? Bring it on! Huh? I want you to show me. Show me your Vanguard. Huh? All right. Okay, and let's prepare to use Lyrical Monasterio. If I manage to get the chance later, like if all of these manage to win, I'll use these guys again to try to win with them. But let's just go one by one. Felty Rosa first, because Felty Rosa is my favorite out of the list so far. Alright, speaking of which, it is Tuesday, the day after I recorded the end video, so you know, the video that ended Yuki's story. So I'm recording this the day after that one, and we did just get information on the new Felty Rosa, basically all the new first grade 3s. I only need 1% ride. If I live to regret that decision, I live to regret that decision. But, yeah. So, I gotta say, I am happy they're coming back. Mainly Felty Rosa. The other ones I could give less about. But you know what? I'm also glad that they're bringing back Celestials, because those are my favorites. And Willista a little bit, because Willista sometimes grows on me, she sometimes doesn't. Like, in an off-screen match that I had that I was hoping to upload, but again, Mika just kept trigger sacking, I actually got pretty close to winning with Willista, and the only reason Mika survived is because she had 3 PGs. If she didn't have 3 PGs, she would have died. Because her last 3 hand cards were all the cards that couldn't guard. I would have won. But, and I had a re-standard too, and the worst part was, I made a misplay that cost me the game because I didn't realize that, it had to be back center, and I had called 2 of them, the restanding grade 3 for Willista. So, you know, all around, life sucks, it's just how it works. What happened? Well, I'm sorry, what does that skill do again? Put a 2 to 1, okay. So it's a good thing I discarded that instinctively without reading what it does, because otherwise that could have been really bad. I have no idea if you're gonna pull triggers or not, but as they say, sometimes you just gotta learn to say, fuck it. What's your skill again? Could put a ghost door meter from here. Never mind, just gonna move that up and pretend like I didn't do anything. Battle phase. Oh, I forgot to turn off okay, this time I'll turn off trigger happy. I swear to you it's an accident, it's not on purpose. I did it against Kanji because I wanted to have a good match, and I'm really happy about that match. And I knew I was gonna pull a front, even though I didn't think about trigger happy beforehand. But yeah, I'm gonna turn it off now because that is actually gonna proceed to make things cheap. And I do wanna put VP boost back on because, you know, I want to make it fun. Not fun, but like, well yeah, I obviously want to make it fun, but I want to make it so that when I do buy the DLC, I'll buy it after I record the next 2 videos because I don't know, it feels weird to like have it bought in the middle of the week, so I'll buy it after the next 2 videos so I can build Graduate in the likes so I can make sure it's, you know, good. Because then at the end of that, I can use the new Nirvana for Use deck. What the fuck is this card? I've never seen this before. When this unit, no. When this unit attacks by Soul Blasting 2, gets plus 5k to under Since when the fuck were you a card? I mean, I understand why I never ran it, because, you know, it requires a double Soul Blasting, considering how many of Flagberg's support cards required Soul. I can see why it wasn't ran, but, like, the fuck? Does it have double critical? No, it doesn't. I should have checked that before I guarded that, honestly, if it had double crit. Thankfully, it didn't. Okay. Damage check front. Of course it's a front. I don't know, I feel like the game's lagging a little bit whenever I do a check. Reveal a ghost enemy from your hand, put it to top, choose a ghost from your drops, and put it back to hand. Okay, cool. It never said it had to be a ghost you know, fuck it. If this pans out, it doesn't, but skill of Felty Rosa, reveal. In hindsight, I'm dumb, because I could have just ditched one and got it back, but, oh, so it did work the way I thought it would, where I get the front. Okay. Actually, no, I did the right move because I wouldn't have been able to use both their skills anyways. Okay, so you have to call to front row, move back, call Eleanor, and, sure, put a card of Felty Rosa into the soul. Oh, and I could have done it because it's not a named once per turn, so I'm an idiot, but it's fine. 10 skill, soul blasting 2, get plus 15, and now at the end of the battle she goes back to top. That I remember. It's been just like, okay, I said it off camera in the Ballista game, but basically the last time I fought with these decks, take the last time I used them on camera and subtract a week from it because I probably recorded them a week or so in advance, and that's probably the last time I played any of the Lyric Command Stereo decks. And I just now realized he has vanillas, meaning this is game probably, because I have quad drive. And even though the first checks aren't going to be triggers, skill of Felty Rosa, the first time I pulled this off in Deer Days. And sadly, I don't get to see the animation for it, which sucks, I would love to see it. CD1, you know, the drive check, second check. Wait. What? What happened? What? Wait, that doesn't... I'm so confused right now. What the fuck? Okay, so there's that... Wait, but... Wait, no. Because didn't I put that on top first? What happened? I'm so confused right now. I know I put that on top first, so wait. I can't do that, but sure. I think it's mandatory anyways, but wait. What? How? I am so confused. Because I don't remember stacking something to top. What? The fuck? I am so confused. But skill, Soul Blast 2, get plus 10. Also, this thing's the fucking MVP right here. But because it sends stuff to Soul during main phase and battle phase. But I am so confused. What the fuck? I am... Okay, sure. I won? See, you really showed me. But listen, I didn't go easy on you. I gave this fight everything I had, says the man running 2 vanillas. I feel like Vanguard will be there for me as long as I take it all head on, which is why I was able to give it my best just now. Head on, huh? Yeah, that's right. Kosetsu-san? I might have met you a little too late, Rasen. I should have been more direct back then, like you are. There was someone in my past, and I wanted them to know something. It goes back to before I opened this place, though. Huh? I had this friend, and we promised to Cardfight forever, but something caused me to betray him. I ran away from myself. From yourself? But that fight we just had made me make up my mind. Someday, I'm going to face him head on, just like you did now, Rasen. Kosetsu-san. Thanks, Rasen. No, thank you. I'm not sure I deserve to hear such an important story, but you know, I've run away from things I didn't like too. I ran away from a soccer ball just the other day. In fact, but the Vanguard I learned from you is telling me to move forward. So, even if I can't do it now, I want to be like you one day. I want to be someone who never runs away, especially from dumb balls. I see. In that case, we both better give it our best. Yeah! Kosetsu-san? Yeah? I used to always run away from everything, but now, I was able to take a step forward thanks to what you told me. That Vanguard lets you unlock a new side of yourself. Huh? I think about those words every day. It's those words that still keeps me going. Rasen. I think I like the idea of meeting a new me. Yep, because of that. It's Vanguard! Cool. Anyways, yeah, of course he's talking about Kanji, which again, would have been, you know what would have been a really good character story? Gosetsu, because I am curious where Gosetsu went that one time, because they never explained. Okay, yeah, that's why I went into this menu. I was about to say, wait, what did I go into this for? I have to put a skill on. I don't want to put in this, because, yeah, I don't feel like putting that on. You know what? No, because I'm going to run... I'll put it on Don't Hold Back eventually. Eventually, I'll put it on. Until then, VP boost, because I do want to get VP for when I do get the DLC. Huh? This should be the place. Oh, so this is the kid you're talking about. Huh? Oh, Doshi. And, the name's Masaru Kita. Nice to meet you. Doshi's been telling me all about you. So I hear you're quite the fighter, huh? No, not at all. Come on, you gotta be humble about you don't gotta be humble about it. Yeah, you beat me yesterday. That more than proves how strong you are. I'm flattered. So let's get right to it. A fight, you and me. There's no faster way to get to know each other. Ain't Vanguard amazing? Yes, let's fight. Rasen kind of seemed like his voice didn't match the thing that he did, but since we're going in order, Laurenel's next by default. I also tried this out against, who did I try this out again? Was this on camera or was it during the match with Mika that like I said, I tried to, I'm gonna say this, remember that, I think it's called Trader, the one where we fought Gosetsu, but we fought Mika first? Yeah, remember that episode? So, there were about 3 different takes of that before I just gave up and finally beat Mika, because I kept using Lyrica Monasterio decks, and like I said, Mika did not hold back. She just kept sacking, and I did not feel like keeping any of those files. And the reason why I kept deleting them is because, like, I don't mind losing, but if it's losing to the same character about 3 times in a row in 45 minutes, aka the length of an episode, I'm kind of like, yeah, it's not really worth keeping the episode. So there was that. Play this from hand just so I can get that set for later. And battle phase, 8 to Van. Drive check, no trigger. Cool, so we're getting set up. Actually, he's gonna probably sack more, so trigger happy if I want, yeah. So, honest to God, I feel like I could put trigger happy back on, and outside of the free fights, it would actually make the game even, because by the seams of it, it looks like all the main fights, the characters are gonna start sacking. We won't know for sure until I do the 3rd fight for story, but if in the 3rd fight for story a character sacks, I think that would be like the general rule of thumb. Maybe I should just put on trigger happy to make it fair for myself, so I don't get trigger sacked. If he pulls a trigger here, I'll put on trigger happy after this. Okay, so not after this, but I do feel like the game has at least a higher chance of pulling triggers than it did before, and I think the AI is on a harder difficulty because earlier Doshi used a card. He doesn't even, I don't recall him using it in hard mode. Maybe he does, but I do think the characters do have a small deck change, and I do think they get a little bit more serious. So I am willing to put trigger happy back on if it comes down to it, but I will. And then there will be the day I put on no hold back and we sit there for about 20 minutes with me getting my ass handed to me. Ditch this, ride you, skill, let's get the grade 2 or grade 1 order from deck that I know exists. Place it. Now I could use romantic happiness, but I'm not going to. Or I could use it more properly, but I'm not going to. Move back. Actually, we'll keep you forward so I can kill the rear guards easier. And we'll call this and went to the battle phase. So we'll start off by swinging at, yeah, I have to sing a song for your skill. So we'll kill the Selfish Engraver because that's going to cause problem later. And the reason why I guarded it earlier was A, because I wanted to keep my rear guard, and B, I didn't want him getting soul. Then my next drive check, which is a crit, which is great. Okay, so we all know Trigger Happy isn't on, and I sacked Trigger, so that's fair. So I'm not entirely screwed over. The game is going to be a little bit nice to me, but maybe not too nice. Hopefully it doesn't see 2 triggers in response. Okay, no trigger, so that's great. Okay, so their decks aren't completely different, because he does still run that. But to my knowledge, he doesn't run Supernatural Extraction, or maybe he does and he just never used it. But whatever, he still has to drop cards to guard, and that's perfect. So, without further ado, we pass the turn, and we have an advantage seat over him. And I like how my, 2 orders kind of glow, and then, the middle one doesn't. I find that hilarious, even though that was completely an accident. He rides Barrow. Let's see if he can get the 15 soul. I remember the AI did it when I was playing a free fight against, or not free fight, but in the CPU fights against him, and oh my god, it was fucking terrifying watching him just jump in soul so quickly, and he doesn't use the skill. So because this is because he has to pull doubles, we'll guard this. I don't think the AI will go for, I don't think the AI is smart enough to swing at rears. I hope it's not smart enough to swing at rears. I also hope it's not good enough to sack the over, which thankfully it doesn't. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, so the AI is not going to sack too much, so I could probably just afford to keep Trigger Happy off. You know what I wish I could do? I wish I could put on Trigger Happy and Don't Hold Back at the same time, because those of you that didn't read what Don't Hold Back is, or put your back into it, whatever it is, it's where you get double VP, but in exchange, your opponent sacks more triggers, which watching my friend have to suffer through it firsthand was so funny to me, because at the start of the game, when we played together for the first time, I used to get trigger sacked so fucking much, and then the second we had access to that skill and he put it on, it was reversed, and he used to not get trigger sacked. It became reversed, where I got to not get trigger sacked, and instead I was trigger sacking the AI, but instead he was getting trigger sacked, which was fun as hell, and he kept suffering through so much, and that's why it took him 10 times to beat Kanji on the final mode. Anyways, when this song get a, okay, so I'm gonna go with this one, give the Vanguard a critical, because I can and I will, and then we'll keep this order in hand for later, and we'll call you. Actually, you're a May Clause, aren't you? You are a May Clause. So we actually will play this now. I hope it's a May Clause. Don't be a mandatory. Okay, thank God it's a May Clause. Okay, battle phase, and we'll swing at Vanguard. Skill of the grade 1. I get to countercharge 1 and add 4, or add 5 actually. So it's an 11k booster, weirdly enough. So 24 to Vanguard with double critical and a countercharge to boot. And of course he PGs, which is fine because I can punish his rear guard next turn if I can't kill him. If I see a crit, I'll go to Van, but we'll see. First check, no trigger of a card I don't like. Second check. Okay, well, let's just stack it on this one. So my rear guards have an additional +10, and because I now have the chance to punish his rear guards, yeah, I don't actually, putting him to 5 wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, let's put him to 5. Fuck it. If he kills me, he kills me, but I do want to see where this goes. Damage check doesn't matter because unless he has a PG or his own over, he ain't stopping this. Skill, counterblast 1. You know what they should have done with the overs, honestly? They didn't need either. They shouldn't have given it the Jorva's number or make it shield even with the number it gains so you can actually guard it. Then again, if that was the case, the over would be able to block everything. So maybe it should have just been like get plus 50 power because especially in D, but mainly in premium, a lot of numbers can hit over 80. So giving 50k shield isn't that bad. Like Leonor can casually swing into it. But oh, there goes his order. Yep, supernatural extraction. He does add a card. Okay, he has a persona right back as he normally does with that skill. Give me 1 second. Okay, I forgot. Even though it was literally just a few seconds ago, because I paused my camera to make sure I could keep the video going, I completely forgot what I was trying to say. Oh fuck. Oh wait, no, I can afford to. No, yeah, because he's going to be at too big of a number for me to guard normally, so... Guard. And hopefully he doesn't pull a crit. If he does, I might be dead. Because I do want to take as much as possible. So plus 10,000 in the critical. Hopefully he doesn't see a crit, like I said, and I can win this next turn. So, okay, so there was nothing I could have done about that. Unless I pull a heal, I'm kind of dead. Draw PG, draw PG, draw PG. I thought it was a PG for a second. Okay, so I actually, unless I see a heal, I'm dead. So, no trigger, draw PG, draw PG, draw PG. So, how many heals are out? 1. I have a chance. If I pull 1, I win. See a heal. Yeah, baby! And that is why she is my favorite heal of Lyrical Monasterio. She is like Ariana for Diabolos, where she always comes in clutch. Okay, final turn, legit. Let's do it! Konada, final turn. Persona Ride, go! Lorna, I don't know why I was about to say Leonorn. Draw a card, plus 10. Okay, because I'm dead next turn, it doesn't fucking matter. Call you. Use, which one do I want to use? Extra crit or, okay, let's get 5k, because 5k in this scenario is more important than the extra crit. So, Counterblast 1. Actually, I could get extra crit, because then they can't Sentinel it, but, it's fine. So, flip that face down, draw a card, and we'll call Sync. And, okay, what is this thing's skill exactly? When sung, choose a number of your rear guard's number of face down cards in your order zone, so I get a total of 3. Got it. So, we'll battle phase. We'll swing with this one first because it's astronomically bigger. So swing for... Actually, I could have played that smarter, but you live and you learn. So skill, add 5,000 power, and I will do the CB1 drop 1 skill. Hopefully I don't draw 2 triggers. Oh yeah, I forgot I pulled the over, which is why my numbers are big. Okay, so... I don't remember what your other drive check... Okay, so he dropped the Persona Ride, so he's probably dead anyways. I did call final turn, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. So, then we swing without the skill. Even if he pulls a heal, he's still dead, because I know he can't block all of these. Guaranteed. No. Don't use the skill. Okay, he already takes 1. Does he have a heal in soul? He might. I was really hoping he would pull a heal from that just so I could bully him, but sadly he didn't, because it's been so long since I pulled off that order. Frankly, it's been so long since I played Lorno in general, but whatever. You gotta be kidding me! You're crazy strong! Thank you for the fight. You got me good, but you better get ready for your next opponent. Huh? Doshi, you're in a fight too, aren't you? Yeah, I just realized it's raining outside. It's written all over your face. What do you say, Rasen? Care to fight? Of course I'd love to. Not so fast. Huh? This is the perfect chance to deepen your friendship. So how about you guys trade cards afterwards, win or lose? They didn't say that in the original. They said whoever lost gets the other one's card, not traded. Oh, fine with me. Sure, I guess. Sweet, that settles it. Let's have a good fight. So... Okay then. No way! Your deck is completely different today! Doshi, I can't believe it! As agreed, let's trade cards. Alright, I'll pick the cards fair and square! Okay, Rasen's very bad at picking them because if you don't remember, he gave him Iron Rancor for fucking Bless Favor. This one. And this one! That is not a fair trade. No, wait! Huh? You agreed to this, but Source Dragon Deity of Blessing's Bless Favor for Iron Anchor Resentment Dragon is... Shut it! Quit whining! Come on, hand it over already! No, stop it! Give me back my card! What's the problem, kid? You promised to trade, right? Okay, yeah, hey, what's going on? Okay, yeah, okay, so, yeah. It was a trade, but, you know, that's not a good trade. I don't know why the fuck he was like, let's trade it for that. So, Rasen, what happened? So that's how you got hurt. Let me tell you something. Those are the kind of moments. Of what? And it proceeds to rain downside. Please, Yuki, help me! Please! Huh? Okay, there we go. So let's just continue to run through the story that we already know existed. I guess that might be why they didn't do it, because they knew people would just run through the story, but I feel like they still could have, you know, done alternate stories to flesh out characters more. And of course we got 2 more Matter Red Runaways. Okay, so I think I have time for one more fight. So let's just go ahead and throw our hat against the ring against Haru. What does Haru got to say for us? Attack with my Vanguard! No guard! Critical trigger! I lost! Thank you! Thanks for going all out against me! Now we're all true bros, okay? Okay, as a member of Setsugetsuka, I have to give it my all. For Masaru's sake, too. Oh, that's how these 2 showed up. Ah! Hey! Who are you? We heard a new team sprung up, so we're here to crush it. We seek your annihilation. Huh? Huh? So you're Masaru Kita. Yeah, you do look weak to me. What'd you say? You were the plain old Vanguard casual dragging down Setsugetsuka, right? On my stroke consecutive. Okay, I know that line's the same. That's what Mika told me, blah blah. What idiot forms a team that's not even crushed or full brought to ruin? Shut it! Setsugetsuka's time has come and gone. Just give up on bringing it back in. Okay, so I'm just gonna skip through this until I see Rasen get a line, because I know very damn well this is all the same. Blah blah blah, no one cares. With all this fight, ready to learn your lesson? Cardfight. I accept! Rasen, I want to fight too. I refuse to lose to anyone who insults Masaru's dream. You guys, I know that's the last same. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so I'm actually glad we get to see this one. Again, I say, I love seeing the alternate stories of this. I just now realized we're going on for like a 3B in this one. Let's take on with, since we're going in order, Ernest correct. Let's see if we win with this. I know she does, unless the AI actually did get harder, I don't think she has access to Dark Thegria. But as we say, we don't know what the AI is capable of until we see it, so let's draw our 5. I haven't played Ernest Correct again in fucking forever. I think the most recent deck I use out of every Lyrical Monster deck is definitely Kairi, and then Willista. Or technically Willista first, because I did just use it against the off-screen camera match. Okay, Ditch, how many of them do I have? I have all of them. I opened with all of them. I just now realized, I legit got the perfect opening. Because this was in my opening hand, this was in my opening hand, this was in my opening hand, and I mulliganed for these 2. I literally got every single card you need for Ernest correct. The chance of that happening are 1 in a million. The only way this could be better is if I drew a Persona ride. But legitimately, the chance of that happening are so slim. You know, I honestly, now that I think about it, I cannot wait to see each of their evolutions because I'm most excited, like I said before, I'm most excited for Celestials and Veltirosa with a little bit of Kyrie in between because I do like, or not Kyrie, what's it called? Willista, because, wait. Yeah, Veltirosa, Celestial, and Willista because they all seem interesting to me, but, and especially because of their arts too. But then for this one, I am actually curious to see what their skills do. Like, I'm curious to see how they're gonna do the new wings, if they're gonna make new wings, because my hand is legit perfect. Fuck this. Ride, skill, Soul Blast 1 for a top 7 search if any earns correct. But then, like, I'm curious to see how they're gonna do this one, because in my opinion, how I play, well, how it works for me in tabletop is like, that happens, where I just will see only one of this and the rest of them will just stay in deck the whole game. So, I really do feel like, a way they could make that better is, I don't know, give the grade 3 a way to search it, because, I mean, granted, like, this one has a way to search it when it's placed, but, outside of that, you know what I mean, right? Like, it's just kind of naffed, so I feel like they could do better on that. Who knows? I should not be calling it to that close to rear guard, so, you know, I'm gonna pull it. Actually, the AI is too dumb to attack in the rear guard. I swear to God, this is one time it's gonna be smart. 18 to Vanguard, hopefully don't pull a trigger. Drive check. I'm now worried about her. So we'll put it on here, because this is probably gonna, unless they see it front, this is gonna hit anyways into the rear guard. I mean, that was the plan, so let's just make sure that one hits guaranteed. Damage check. I don't know why, I always think like she's on hit when your Vanguard hits countercharge one, but I always forget that's actually Carissa's skill. So heal trigger, she's just like me where her heal trigger whiffs, thankfully. And I was right to put it on that one because this would have failed to hit, and so actually that one would have succeeded, but it would have been an easier drop. Now it's a 10k drop, where before it would have been a 5k drop. So let's quickly bully the rear guard just in case she pulls a front defensively. I don't remember if her deck has front or not, but you don't want to take that chance because I do remember earlier I was playing Hexa Orb versus Solarian, which is a match I am going to upload tomorrow for me. For you guys, it was almost a week ago now. But I do want to have that match done, and of course, I'm gonna go finish it after this one, but during that game, I had swung at Vanguard first, and, okay, interesting, but, I had swung at Vanguard first, and then they didn't pull a trigger defensively for Solarian, or sorry, Solarian was attacking, Hexa Orb didn't pull a defensive trigger, but then Solarian attacked with the rear guard, with both rear guards being 10Ks, and first damage check being a front trigger, and then the last attack got shut down because it couldn't touch any of the front row units. No guards in case she chooses to go for my rear guards, because I do want to make sure they all survive, and that's the last one that's missing. Cool, heal trigger, that actually benefits me then. We'll power up this just so it's harder for her to hit. So, she can't touch that now. We'll take this one. I did turn off Trigger Happy, right? Because I feel like I'm stacking triggers a little too much for me to have actually turned off Trigger Happy. But maybe I'm just getting lucky, who knows. Damage, okay, I was about to say that's a front trigger. I definitely turn off Trigger Happy. Plus 10, and I could use your skill when my other rear guard's retired, but I don't want to, so guard. And now next turn, unless we draw a better card, I discard for crit to ride into Clarissa, and then I do the skills. So here we go. Stand and draw. Okay, I got a PG, so fair enough, coming back for me. Ride Clarissa. Skill, I counterblast 1 to search my deck for a copy of Zaoldu, and I add it to my hand. Again, I really hope the new grade 3 has a way to do it that isn't just on place, because again, that's normally the only one I get the whole game, for whatever reason. Search after 1. Okay, so it kind of sucks to call her now, but it's fine, and then we'll play this to get 5k to my entire board. So basically pseudo Graham Grace and then battle phase. So wait, no, because I just realized you stand, right? Yep, you stand. So we stand the grade 3. Okay, guard this if you want. I'm still gonna murder the fuck out of your board. Why you didn't just intercept that so I get less pluses, I have no idea, because that was exactly enough for a double intercept. But who cares? Wait. Wait. I'm an idiot. Oh no, it's the opponent's Vanguard's a great trigger, so I was right the first time. Okay, so I don't get too much of a buff out of this. But wait, no, be cancel, because, wait, no. Okay, crit here, power here. There we go. I need to start paying attention. I didn't know that was grade 3, or I thought it was grade 3 restricted, but I should have checked to make sure. Second check, front trigger. Okay, now I feel like I'm trigger stacking too much. Well, good thing for them, I don't get to board nuke them, but at the same time, they're at 4 damage now, and unless they block, they have to block one of these guaranteed. So thankfully, this one's easier to block, but well, not pulling any triggers kind of sucks, so skill of her, CB1, ditch the crit to stand. Next turn is definitely final turn for a numerous amount of reasons, so unless she kills me, I win. And then you allow me to get a +5 to someone, don't you? Yep, and I get a draw card. Who the fuck is a countercharger then? Because I swear I remember there being a countercharger. But maybe I'm wrong. So, skill, I get to draw a card, and I'll give +5k to Evelyn over here, so it's a little bit harder to guard this one. And, okay, cool. So even if she kills one of them, I can just use Evelyn to get the one that was killed back, so that's great. 43. And the last attack is 48. I was about to say she might PG this, but I just realized she just damage took to PG, so she might PG this. She very much could. Yeah, she does. I don't know why she wouldn't PG the Vanguard, but I guess it kind of makes sense. And well, actually, no matter what, she would be dead regardless of who she PG'd. So I guess it's fair, like, holding out to the Vanguard, but actually it doesn't make sense, like, because she could have stopped my rear guard stand. But whatever, maybe she was doing, like, the whole Toya play where she wanted me to counter boss one and discard one to restand, so it's easier for her to push the offensive. Because it did work. I did get rid of a trigger, so who knows? It might be the reason I lose. Sadly, no superior search for the skill, because apparently the AI is not allowed to see Maple, and that top 5 must have been really bad if she didn't want to add anything. Okay, unless you pull 2 crits, you can't hit me, so by all means, fire away, game. Oh, so she does run Dark Spectre. Well, it doesn't matter now. I have no idea how many heals you've lost. One's in there, or in the damage zone, I mean. One is in drop. I don't know what this face down is. What was the face down? Was it a trigger? It was a trigger, so 3 heals are out already. I feel so bad. Yeah, you can have it. Wait, no, because I just remember. Wait, because you don't countercharge, do you? Yeah, you don't. So, fuck. There's no good way around this. Actually, wait, there is, because Gato, and then look at that, casual PG. Seems like all of this was planned. Go to fucking hell. I love that skill so much right now. And I just now realized why it made me ditch for Flagberg too, because the thing is it's not a part of the cost, so it was a mandatory drop the second I did it. Stand and draw, and we will go final turn, because the over is already out and there's only 1 heal trigger left, so by all means order. Even though I can't Persona, I know you can't guard all of these. Battle phase. We'll go 15. Okay, yeah, so the intercept here makes sense. But it doesn't matter because guaranteedly these are going to proc off. That's going to stand guaranteed. It's just a matter of how she wants me to proc off. So, oh my god, I love how that... Can I target? I can! Oh, okay, fine. I wanted to see if it would just do an animation for it, but that's fair. Cool. Twin drive first check, no trigger. Second check. No trigger. Okay, so now... Cool, so if I manage to live to my next turn, which is doubtful enough already, but it'd be guaranteed game. So, even if she lives this, she's dead. Doesn't matter, I still get the restand. And that kind of brings us to the end of this episode. We are going to finish up the story with a little bit, but cool. Easy win with double triggers. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We lost? That's impossible! A vexing occurrence. Alright, how'd you like that? Now you've seen the power of 2-star. Okay, I can just continue to skip. Break shot challenge, victory's assured. Blah blah dot. No one cares, that's right, Masaru. All approved limits, spirit, yada yada yada, no one cares. And okay, without further ado, we're gonna end it here. In the next one, we will go to break shot and take on the challenge and see Rasen win his matches that we know he won in break shot. So without further ado, I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, don't forget to follow Twitch, and I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to stand up your Vanguards.